interconnecting flight.
So now you have to sleep over for like 4 hours and get up.
Just about, yeah. Just about.
Might as well just pull an all-nighter.
Yeah, I mean, you almost might as well, but then you're going to be a
Really
mess.
Yeah.
And y'all live in San Diego?
Yes.
You from San Diego?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
How was Cancun?
It was really good.
Okay, so y'all are Charger fans, or are you not anymore? You just still have the neck pillow, and now you're angry with them. They're moving to.
I'm disappointed.
They're moving to LA, or are they moving to Vegas?
Raiders are moving to Vegas.
Oh, and Chargers. Right, LA. Right. So you are pissed?
No, just hurt.
Yeah, I feel that. When LeBron, I'm a big Miami Heat fan. When LeBron James left the Heat, I was hurt.
Oh, were
Very
you?
hurt, yeah.
Oh.
But we still have a team, so I wouldn't be as hurt, I guess, as what you guys are in.
Yeah. What about, it's not Bosh, but who's probably leading the Heat? Is it Wayne?
Dwayne Wade left last year.
Oh, he did? Who was he playing with?
Chicago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like
But
a year behind.
I kind of understand that one, though.
Why they did him dirty?
Sort of, and he would have gotten paid more elsewhere, and we were rebuilding at that point because LeBron left. But it hurt a little bit, but not as much LeBron, because LeBron we could have won more championships with. I want him to come back now, but I don't think that's happening. I think he might go to LA.
LeBron?
Yeah.
No.
Not this year, but next year.
I hope not.
Do you not like the Lakers?
I don't like LeBron.
Who do you like?
Let's see.
Laker fan?
No. You know who I really like? The guy from the Celtics.
Isaiah Thomas?
No. He retired. The basketball player that I like from the Celtics?
Oh, I can't remember my name.
Garnett.
Yes. I liked him.
Well, I got bad news for you.
Oh, he's been retired.
Do you have a sports prediction?
No.
I want any sports prediction. Anyone.
Chargers are never going to make it to the Super Bowl now that they moved.
I need a more definitive because I have to fact check you, and I can't fact check you in forever. I mean, because you said forever, so give me a time limit. Are they never? They're never going to win the championship and give me a certain amount of years.
I say in the next 3 years.
3 years. Okay, that's fair.
I don't think.
Do you have a favorite movie quote?
The one from The Godfather? Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Wow, that's corny.
That's the only one I can think of
Do you
right
have
now.
Do you have a better one?
Yeah. Exactly.
No, I do. I watch so many movies though. That's the thing.
Finding Nemo.
Oh yeah, quoting Finding Nemo.
John Wick.
No, that one's hard because they're all like murderous and stuff. It's just like, no, I don't have a better one.
Welcome, Student of Life, the game show, episode 12.
What we just heard was recorded at the Atlanta airport. And now, Rihanna will be our sea cycling tour guide of a cove in Ketchikan, Alaska.
We're going to be looking out. If you see like a bulb floating on top of the water, if you grab it out, there's going to be a long tail following behind it. And that's bulb kelp. And what that is, what we do with it anyway, it's very good for you. But we chop it up and we harvest it into kelp pickles. So you'll get to try that as well. If you're a pickle fan, it's really good. It's kind of sweet, but not too sweet. But Vicky and Amber, the owners of the company, they harvested all these things on their own. So it's pretty cool. It's good stuff.
Brought a croissant. Go down. You want some?
No, thank you. Sure. Yep, I had a huge breakfast. I had to wake up early.
Be careful with that, guys. Don't let them drop that.
It's pretty cool because even if you do drop it, it'll kind of float off that buoy. Also, fishing. Some fishermen can average anywhere between $30,000 to $50,000 in just a couple months. And then longshoring. You can also make very good money longshoring.
That's what your friend did.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
What's that mean? Oh, sorry.
It's like when you do, they pretty much work on the tugs, and they usually are bundling up logs and putting them on barges. So they pretty much run across logs and then put chokers around them. And then they pull them out to bay, and they pay you so much because, it's a big risk. There's been lots of accidents and such, but then there's moving barges and heavy machinery and all those things. If you folks look out there too, I should tell you about those barges. The one in the far distance, the green one with the white containers on it, that one's refrigerated. That's how we get our supplies up here. Some like to say that the people in Alaska are the most patient people. You have to agree with that because we can go quite some time without some supplies when the stores run out or just whatever, when they're out, and that's just kind of all there is to it. The ones over to the right, that's for heavy machinery, logs, things like that. So that's kind of the miscellaneous one. But that one is definitely for the refrigerated stuff. And this cove is pretty quiet. And I think it's awesome that the tour is actually in this cove because it's the calmest part of the water in Ketchikan. And just to kind of keep you informed, where we're going is going to be it's going to be my 1 o'clock over by those barges. So almost 12. But we're going to go to the left side of those barges and we're going to kind of work our way up. I want you folks to see this ship though. If your drive shaft hits it, because it can be kind of hard to find until it's right there, you're just going to hear it click. It's no big deal. It's just a safety mechanism. And all you do is take your right foot and you just go ahead and push your drive shaft back down. I can also assist with that as well. And if you have any issues at any point in time, just let me know and I'll go pontoon to pontoon and I'll see what we can do. You ladies should be like almost right on it. It's gonna be, oh, they might go right past it. No, they should be right on it. We're about to be right on it. Yeah, they went over it. Which is so crazy. Where is it?
It moved again.
Yeah, right? It's huge too.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I remember. So
It's
big
right
you thought it
here.
was a
I
whale.
know that. It's in this general area.
It's hard to see with the reflections.
Yeah.
There, depending, but we got a good view of it earlier.
Yeah, right on top of it.
Too good of a view for
It's
you.
usually right there though. It is right there, but it's good to have Polaroid glasses. The sunglasses that does the reflection.
Are you from Ketchikan?
Yeah. Yep, born and raised.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been here my whole life. I just ran into the lady that delivered me the other day.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, she's older now, but
She's like, boy, you changed.
yeah. She's like, oh my, because she saw my mom and she's like, I remember you, and they were talking and she's like, this is Rihanna, and here I am, years later.
That's sweet.
Yep, and she like gave me a hug and she's like, you were my first 10-pound baby. I was like, oh wow. I was 10 pounds, 2 ounces.
How old are you now?
I'm 23 now.
Okay.
Yep, I'll be 24. When's my birthday? August 10th.
Nice.
Yep, it's coming up. Can't believe I'm almost already 24. It's just so weird.
Did you leave Ketchikan at all?
Yeah, I left a couple times. I actually got a full ride scholarship to go to Nevada and play softball. But
cool.
I pretty much blew that. I just wasn't ready to be responsible, so.
So you failed at.
Yeah. I failed at that.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's
Yeah.
like for kids, that a lot of people that first year.
Yeah.
If you have 1 year of experience away.
Yeah.
To screw up is what most kids need. If you had done that, do you think like if you started when you were 19 instead of or whatever, 19 instead of 18, you would have done better?
Well, I also graduated school a year early, so I was 16 when I got out of high school.
Geez.
I was so young. I went to an alternative school, and it's a work at your own pace, and my mom was really good about education. That was one thing.
Right.
She's very stern with me and my brothers, but we always got, our homework had to be done, everything. She was really good about that, and so she's pretty much the reason I graduated that early.
Gotcha.
So that's pretty cool. But I had jobs and everything, and then once it was time to go to college, I just wasn't ready. But I'm hoping after this season, I'm gonna shoot for moving to Seattle and start something.
Okay.
So we'll kind of see what happens
That's
there.
cool. See, that was a cool place.
Yeah. It's pretty busy.
Seahawks there too.
Yep. It'll be nice. So I'm kind of scared to leave home because Alaska's everything that I know. But
Right.
it's time to
But
kind
just
of
for like
scope it out.
industry.
Yeah.
It's to me, it's I should play with it.
And it's so funny too because the only way to make the sting go away
Wow.
is if you pee on it. It's really gross, but you see the red jellyfish? Those ones sting. Those big long tentacles. Yep, they sting. Yep. I've been stung one time and it's totally awful. It just feels like your skin's just a hard shell and it's on fire.
Those thing, the tiny ones we saw don't.
Yeah, the white ones are, those ones are good. So there is an eagle flying in the sky. But do you see, if you folks can kind of look at where I'm pointing, that dead tree that's right in the center where it kind of dips in, and you can see that dead tree kind of pokes in between those two trees right there. If you look about 4 feet down, you see that white head? That's the eagle's nest. And you can hear him singing. Yeah, right there. You see his white head in that dead tree?
It's not the dead tree hanging to the right.
No, you see.
Oh, the tall one.
Yeah, if you look at if you look at the tree line and you notice where it dips in right there, and then that dead tree kind of sticks right through.
Yep.
About I guess it probably about 10 feet down from there. But that white head, that's the eagle's nest. Eagles' wingspans can go up to 8 feet. They're huge. The juveniles, however, they are different in color. It takes them a couple years to gain their white head because when they're youth, they are like a brown, yellowish kind of color. Very beautiful. Their coat's very clean. Yesterday we had a really good tour where...
Another joke.
Hey, you guys see this?
And another nut. This one's the one that you can touch, right?
The little white one, yeah.
And then this one's dangerous.
Yep, those ones are the bum ones. Okay, so on the radio, if you hold it with the kind of in your hand like this, with the speaker towards you, hold your thumb on the left side of it, and it's that top button. And you just hold it down and talk in it, and then release when you're done.
Do you hear me?
Oh no, you created a monster.
Copy?
I have a copy. Look at all those eagles up there, right above us. There's about 5.
Beautiful.
So if you notice, as we come up right here, I'll kind of touch it so I can point it out to you. Okay, so this tree right here that we're coming up on, and I'll just kind of point to it. All this right here, right there, and right here, this is the cedar tree. This is what the natives use to carve out totem poles. Now, can anybody give me kind of like a rough estimate on how much you think it is for a totem pole? Just any number.
A number of what?
Like the cost per foot of a totem pole. Keep going.
Whoa.
$10,000 a foot for a totem pole. When the natives carve out a totem pole and they paint it the first time, that's the only time that they're gonna refurbish it. And as they raise it, they won't touch it again. And the reason for that is because the natives believe that a tree or a totem pole should live out its own life cycle, such as a human would. So once it stands, and there's just nothing else to it, so it's unique. The ones downtown, however, they do refurbish, and they touch up because it's in the center of downtown, so it's more for pictures and you folks to see. So it's really difficult to see, but we're going right under a nursery tree. So there's about 3 different kinds of trees going out of that one stump right there. But we're also going to come up to another one. That one's really cool. You can get right under it usually. The juveniles are absolutely beautiful too because their coat, it's so clean and it's like looks soft in the way that they take care of themselves.
And they don't have the white heads yet,
yeah,
right?
not yet. It takes about 2 to 3 years for them to get that white head. This right here, if you notice that cross, that white cross right there, there's a little joke that that's the white man's totem pole. There's a gentleman that bought the land, and so that's his totem pole. Really good guy. Sort of great sense of humor. Software, so if you something or the other.
I lived in Atlanta for a while.
And this, straight ahead, this buoy, this is actually a crab pot. I'm not too sure who said it. There's usually names and tags on them.
So it's like a crab trap down there.
Yeah.
So
It's definitely,
it
yeah.
shuts
Yep.
once the crabs are in there, and then they come back
They
a
put
couple
bait.
days later.
There's like usually there's a little circle, and they put bait in there, and they usually crawl in, and they just have a really hard time getting out. I'm gonna totally risk it, and I'm gonna see if I can pull that up and see if there's anything in it for you.
Oh, yeah?
folks. Yeah, and it's illegal to set a crab pot and leave an unmarked buoy. So technically, I can't get in any trouble for this, and I'm native, so I can pretty much do what I want. The laws for natives are different.
Really?
Yeah. We lucked out.
And to finish today's show, we'll go mountain driving in Balsam Mountain with Jossam and Fritz and crew.
What's that Blue Fiber song that goes and he starts like doing it? The message. Oh my God, it's so funny.
Dude, I've been so tempted to call Fritz up and just be like, can't think of this electronic song. It's in my head. It kind of goes like this, and like proceed to just like do my best interpretation of what's going on in my head.
It's like
And then Fritz would be like, oh yeah, it's easy.
I like this album for just driving in the mountains. It's like it like matches the pace of like you kind of looking at like how things are going by slowly but still quickly.
Yeah. I like the Morty a lot of their stuff I really like.
Yeah.
Real stuff a lot. Yeah, like he's got
The mood.
yeah, like his sound style is very consistent.
You betcha. Let me just pick one more track here.
Is he getting beat in that game, Ted?
Yeah, 3 points.
What's the game?
I
Chess?
just put him in check. Yeah.
You ever grow out your beard?
Sometimes, not very often, and
Looks like you could sport a nice goatee.
yeah.
You ever think about
I
it?
can't really even do the goatee because right here is where I'm lacking. Where like the,
Yeah, but you like have a
And-
very thick like patchwork hairs
and
per square
I
centimeter.
break out with like zits and shit.
Oh, okay.
when I
alright.
get beards too. If I keep them for too long, so it doesn't really work for me. Zits and shits. But I still like I'll grow it out each week. You know what I'm saying? Zits and
blips.
shits.
It's chips and blips. But
Chips and
I just like
blips.
zits and shits.
What's zips? What's
Chips and Bliss
Sounds
is
like
the
Chips and
arcade
Bliss.
in Rick and Morty, and they have this one game where you put this helmet on and you just
Live
go
life.
into another man's
Like,
life.
from birth, and like you perceive time. Dude, that's so fucked
Yeah?
up to think about.
Wait, say it again.
So it's a video game in an arcade, and you go up and you like put your token in, and you put this helmet on, and you're immediately like born into someone else's life, and then but time is slower, so you can like sit there and play for like a minute, but really in the game it's an entire
lifetime.
dude's lifetime, and the game is how far you can see, how far you can get with this one dude's life. And it's just always this one dude. Like that's what the game is based
what's
off
his
of.
name?
Like Jerry or something.
Interesting.
It's so trippy.
Guess I gotta watch this show. Mark and Ricky.
That's it. You'll find it if you Google it.
That was on Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
Yeah, Blitz and chips.
It's such a great.
He goes in the video game?
Yeah.
What season?
Rick takes Morty to an arcade,
Roy.
an interdimensional.
Roy.
an interdimensional arcade.
Take the boy off the ground.
I don't remember this. First season?
It's the same episode where he
Might be
meets
second.
up with Combobulous Michael. He's like, I'm an assassin. Sell guns to your father.
Dude, there's so much I didn't remember. Like when, what's his name? The father figure?
Jerry.
Jerry.
And I didn't know he was in love with that Sleepy Gary guy.
Oh yeah.
That shit was
When
so
they were on the
good.
boat.
You missed that the first time you saw the episode?
I didn't remember it.
They were filming a movie up the coast. You should go check it out.
I heard Johnny Depp was playing the lead. Oh, what are we doing?
Oh my god.
That's a nice side story.
I need time after Sleepy Gary.